Hi, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to this channel. My name is Kate. I'm so glad to have you here. So, today is a more fun video. I know they're always fun, all of them. But this is a specific kind of fun. So, these is where I'm helping you make some good money, okay? The beauty supply store industry has brands in place that people like to buy. There's all these brands that are the hair care brands, and then we have the actual hair brands, and we have brands that are like miscellaneous here and there who sell just a little bit of everything. I'm talking about the combs, brushes, edge control, lashes, whatnot, whatnot. There's just a little bit of everything. So if you want to get into this industry, I would say pick a line where you can just have your own. Like if you already have a store, you're already selling all these other brands for other people. Why not have a little brand of yourself? Of a little brand for yourself. So these either be create. So I have a store that I helped open sometime last year, I think last year August or September. This lady was selling hair care products online. So she came up with her own formulas, and she creates her own product line. She makes shampoos, conditioners, leave-in conditioners, hair growth oils, and then she does like some shea butter for your skin if you have eczema and stuff like that. Like she was doing all that, and she needed a space to sell her product. She opened like a small studio where she was selling her products and demonstrating and stuff like that. And she's also wholesaling, I think, on a wholesaling website. Started getting wondering like how to just kind of grow her business, and she figured, well, I'm selling my own products, I might as well open a beauty supply store, right? So she was trying to just like have just products, beauty supply store just for products, but right now she's just a full-fledged beauty supply store. She sells up to even hair. And she came to me. Obviously, she came to the right spot. And I helped her with that. So some people have that kind of beginning, so where you already have your own thing going on, and then you expand to the beauty supply store industry. Another example is when I have actually opened for two clients of mine. One of them is in, I think it's California, and the other one is in Ohio. So these two ladies were actually braiders. So they were braiding hair, and they were selling like braiding hair in their stores. Then they started selling edge control. Then they started selling braiding gel, and just kind of things started. She started adding more things, combs, whatnot, and she found me. One of them found me online. One of them was recommended to me. Um, so they decided they want to have now a store, a beauty supply store, as a complementary to their braiding store, right? So now they have a beauty supply store and they have a salon. So those are the two people kind of who can get into the beauty supply store industry having something of their own. Or I'm forgetting myself, an example of me is, you already know, I was selling hair online. I was selling bundles and wigs and frontals and stuff like that, and I was looking to expand my business, and then I bumped into the whole beauty supply store industry. And so now in my store we have our own brand, our own line of human hair wigs and frontals and closures and bundles, um, as a complementary into the business. So we sell other brands human hair and we have them really because people compare quality. And some people are on a budget. They're like, you know what, I'm just buying just hair. I don't wear synthetic hair, it's too allergic for me, but I just need a cheap human hair. They will get that from other brands. But those who want to like invest in a good quality hair, I'm gonna say 80% end up buying with our in-house brand. It's pricier, but it's good quality, because that's what I was doing before coming into the beauty supply store industry. So I'm trying, those of you who have just beauty supply stores, of those of you who have an idea of opening a beauty supply store but have not thought about what else can I private label, what can I call my own, can I create my own little brand. And beauty supply store, maybe once you've done it, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, you feel like, you know what, it's just too much work, but you're okay keeping your private label and keep doing whatever you're doing on the side. That's still okay, you know. This industry is not for everyone. Some people get in and make their money and then realize, well, there's good money to be made, yes, but there's also a lot of headache involved. And they're like, you know what, it's good business, I get it, it's just not for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. People get into careers and then they realize it's not the career for them. People get jobs and then realize this is not the job for them. People get into college, do courses that they don't like. So it's pretty normal. So I want you to think beyond the beauty supply store. You know, what if you had a little thing of your own that you absolutely love, right? So we're gonna go into that, and you can even start private selling it to other stores. So you can choose to private label it as the name of your store. I have seen people do that a lot. Like they would get combs or brushes or wig caps and stuff like that, and they'll just like call it Tarara Beauty Supply Store. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. But if you want to grow that private label business, I don't think my ABC beauty supply store would be happy carrying your XYZ beauty supply store products in my store. You know, it doesn't work that way. But you can create a brand, you can call it Sunshine. So you can have all things in your store, like all combs, brushes, so okay, so I'm already getting into the business, but I'm just trying to explain how to pick a private label name. You can choose to have it with your beauty supply store. It does look good, you know, it does look like an established business and all that. And you can choose to have a name and just have like a brand that is in your brand. And what people do sometimes, they'll say like Sunshine by Bilux Beauty Supply Store. And then in the future, if you drop the Bilux Beauty Supply Store, you can just keep continuing calling it Sunshine. You know, if you just want to have that association. Okay. So let's get into things that you can private label. So I already started with the accessories, I was naming them, but I'm gonna divide the accessories in two. So we're gonna have the general accessories and the wig accessories. Reason being is there's a lot that you can do with, if you just choose to just go the wig accessory route, there's a lot that you can do there. But then if you want to expand that, you can have a general accessory line. But the reason why I'm dividing it is because it's going to be a very expensive adventure. So you want to start a little at a time. For example, when you're trying to order combs and have it private labeled your name, you will get really good deals. You can probably get them for like 20 cents a piece. I'm talking about the rat tail combs, for example. Or if you decide to do brushes, you can get them for like $1.50, and we buy them wholesale for $2.50 and sell them for $5.99. So if you order them from like a huge manufacturer, you can get them for like $1 or $1.50, but you're gonna have to order a lot. You might get like, maybe minimum order is 100 pieces. So, you know, as opposed to buying 12 pieces here and there, 12 pieces here and there, now this manufacturer is expecting you to order 100 pieces or 500 pieces or 1,000 pieces. So that's what I'm saying. You cannot just say, just drop a line. You know, like you're gonna have, maybe start with some few combs, maybe rattle combs and regular shampoo combs and maybe detangling combs. And then next time you're gonna drop the wig brushes and maybe flex rods or clips, bobby pins, you know, and just keep growing your brand like that. So it's not gonna be like boom, everything at once. So if you decide to just do the wigs, you can have like the wig caps. There's the regular wig caps, the sheer ones, and then there's like the HD wig caps, which are very popular right now. And then you can also do like wig stands. So when people buy wigs, especially if they spend like $600 on a wig, they don't want to cramp it back up in a box. So you want to have like wig stand solutions that you can sell to your customers so that they can go home and use it to store their wigs. I get asked this all the time, and I think it's about time for us to also have that. There's a lot of options out there. So, and imagine if you just branded it your name, and this client is at home with it, putting on their wig every day. They just read your name. They just read your name. The next time they want to buy another wig, guess where they'll be going? They'll be coming to you, because you know it's like a marketing. Or that comb, every time they comb their hair, it's just your name is there or your brand name is there. Every time they comb their hair, they're like, oh, I love this comb. Or their friend comes and like, oh, this comb is really good, where did you get it from? I mean, I'm just saying it's good for marketing. That's all I'm saying. The wig caps, wig stands, wig brushes, wig combs, adhesive tapes. You know the little tips people put here, like the, I want to say older lady because I know older ladies are the ones who do it, but also I'm gonna say the professional lady. So professional people who don't have time to sit down, melt lace, do da 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 da. You know, these are just people who are like up and going, up and going. And me being in a suburb, we actually get a lot of those people as well. So they want to have adhesive tapes. It's a two-sided tape, and it's clear. So they place it on the scalp, and then they place the wig on top, and the wig stays in place, and they can go for their meetings and move around and just not have to worry that their wig is gonna fall out. And then there's the wig grips, wig bands, then the clips, then there's like scarves, edge scarves, full head scarves, bonnets. So I'm getting into now the general stuff. So there's the pony ties, headbands, hair nets, jewelry, bobby pins, flex rods, just, you know, all the accessories that you have in your store. You can private label them, edge brushes, stuff like that, like all those small things that I used in the business. That's the accessories. So the second thing that you guys can private label, tools. So hair care tools, wig tools, stuff like that. So by tools, I'm talking about like curling irons, flat irons, dryers. There's a lot of like curl cream paws, cream irons. There's just a lot of these tools that are sold in the beauty supply store that we use for either our natural hair or our human hair wigs or synthetic wigs. So right now there's a lot of synthetic wigs that can actually take heat, but they can take like little heat, so not like full blown 400, 500 Fahrenheit. So when you're creating these, when you're trying to private label these tools, you want to have like a temperature adjuster so that it can be versatile. If you're wondering, like, okay, Kate, come on, how can you just start telling us about private labeling and you're not even telling us where we can do that? So you can do this in pretty much a lot of online sites. I'm just gonna mention one like Alibaba. You can just go in there and look around, find a supplier, and you know, go ahead and do that. But if you're going to take such an expensive endeavor, like you might want to get someone who's already done this before. You don't want to go ahead and order like combs, for example, and order 1,000 pieces of combs, and when they come back to you, every time someone puts on their hair, it just breaks. Puts on their hair, it just breaks. Like that will be so bad. You will have just lost a lot of money. So while it's good to go out and do it for yourself and find a manufacturer who can do it for you, I would say at least maybe ask for samples before you commit, or just ask me for good suppliers who can get it done for you. So I know suppliers who, and then these suppliers, funny thing is, they do maybe one or two, three things. They don't do everything. So like if you ordering tools from this supplier, then you'll probably be ordering combs from this supplier, and then you'll ordering like wig scarves, bonnets, wig caps and stuff like that from another supplier. Like it's not like a one-stop shop. It has to be different suppliers. So there's a supplier who's good at these and another supplier who's good at something else and something else like that. It's not gonna be an easy job, but I feel like it's going to be worth it for you. You can also have a kids line. You can just, if you have a daughter, maybe she's passionate, she wants to get something of her own, you can have a kids line in your store that you sell that's specifically for your daughter. Because I'm talking about things like beads, like hair kids beads. It doesn't matter who's selling the beads. Beads are beads. Are they pink? Are they red? Are they purple? Are they clear? Are they black? You know, like no one cares who's selling the beads. So you can have your own line of like beads, bonnets, barrettes, balls, clips, and just many other fun things for kids' hair, right? So that's another thing that you can do. All right, the next one is, so I've given you three now. I've said accessories, I've said tools, I've said a kids line of things, and then we're going to do hair care products. So like the lady that I started talking about who's formulating her own formulas here in the US, there's actually other companies like here in the US who formulate their own formulas, and then they can sell it to you and you can put on your own label. So they're like private label companies. You can also get the same similar products from China. So you can maybe start with like, if there's a particular formula of growth oil that you use, you know. I think my daughter is up, so we're gonna hurry. So if there's a particular blend of oils, maybe for your hair growth you normally do, like you mix tea tree and black castor oil and na, and you swear by it, you're like, you know what, this is my go-to, this formula is it, this formula, I just do put it on my hair, boom, it's perfect. So you can ask, you can find a company that can create this formula for you, and you can sell it as like a hair growth oil, or fuller hair or scalp treatment oil, whatever it is, and you can private label some products for yourself. So what are these products? Growth oil, serum, hair serums, shampoos, conditioners, styling gels, edge control, braiding gel, leave-in conditioners, hair masks. uh, the list is endless, like spritz sprays, hair sheens, mousse. Actually, the tinted mousse is out right now, and yeah, you should get into that. So the tinted mousse, there is the lace spray. People are doing like the lace glue and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of products that you can use. And you see, if you want to do just wig care, you see how you can do the wig tools and wig accessories, and then you can start doing like the mousse and the lace glue and stuff like that, and edge control, and edge brush. Like, if that's the section you want to tackle, that's the section that you're like, okay, I can private label that. So there's a lot of options. All right, so now I'm to the last one. This is the one that I do, and I'm probably gonna dab into the other ones that I've talked about, but this is where I do it now. So you can private label your own hair brand. So we do human hair in my store, or I'm gonna say in our store, because have I ever mentioned we have partners? Well, yeah, we do. So there's the wigs. So you can choose to have wigs that are either with bangs or frontal. So frontal, there's different sizes of frontals. There's the 13 inches by 6 inches deep, or 13 inches by 2 inches deep, or 13 inches by 4 inches deep. And then there's the full lace wig, and then there's the full lace, the whole full head, and then there's the 360 lace wigs. I'm probably gonna do a different video in a later time to talk about how the laces look like in wigs, but when you're ordering, you want to have a mixture of everything, because everyone is looking for something different. And then there's the closure. So the closure wigs are the best one that we have is like the 7 inches, and then 6 inches. So it does give a lot of room of flexibility, so the client can part their hair on the right, left, middle, whatever. And then there's the smaller closure, that's just like the 4 inches by 4 inches, 4 inches by 4 inches. And then there's the 5 inches by 5 inches. And then there's one that's very cheap and popular too, and it's a shiftable part. So it's only 1 inch but 6 inch deep, so they can do like a middle part or a side part, like you can move it around. So that's also a popular one. And then you can do either like a U part. So a U part means it's a U up here, so the client will have to take out their own hair. So I'm just gonna mention this. So when we started out, we used to accommodate everyone. So we had this particular client who came to the store, and they wanted a U-part wig, and she said she wants something that would match her curl hair texture. So we went above and beyond and brought in the wig. And then she says, oh, it's too expensive for me. So I should have started with that. Like nowadays, before we do a private order for a client, we have to get a deposit, so that we are 100% sure this client is gonna buy. And when they pay the deposit, is half. So they know, like, if you've paid us today $150, next time you're coming to pay $150 to pick up your wig. So your wig is $300. So we did not do that with this first client, and that's how we learned. So nowadays, when you do private orders, because our human hair wigs move very fast, and also it's expensive. So like we can have an order for like we pay $3,000 to the vendor, and we receive maybe 15 to 20 pieces. So you see, these are high priced items. So we cannot just order just because someone is asking for it and then it comes and sits there. So make sure you do that. I just wanted to mention, because I remember the U-part story, and this client was actually in the store yesterday, and she was telling me that she was asking me, oh, do you guys have any more U-part wigs? I said, no, we only have this human hair. Oh, okay. Are they, how much are they? Say $300, 250, depending on the length. Like, oh, I go to another store. I usually get them for like $30. I said, are they human hair? Oh no, they're synthetic, but it's perfect. Everyone sees it and thinks it's my hair. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good to know. Maybe next time we can bring synthetic ones, but right now we don't sell synthetic. But I was just like, yeah, I just wanted to mention because I remembered, huh? All right, and then you can do bangs. So wigs with bangs, you can do that. And then you can choose to private label bundles. They're also very popular. So I wanted to mention, I actually have one bundle here. So this is how the hair would come from your supplier. It just has like the inches, and it's packed like that. That's how it's packed when it comes from your supplier. So even the hair that you buy from Model, Sensational, Outre, da da da, this is how the hair comes to them. Then they are the ones who pack it in house. Some companies, depending on how much you order, like if you're ordering 10,000 pieces, they instead of packing it like this, they can just package it in your packaging. But you, since you're starting out, you'll be ordering like maybe 10 pieces of 10-inch, 10 pieces of 12-inch, 10 pieces of 14-inch, like that. It's such a small quantity, so they'll send it like this, and then it's up to you to package it. So you can buy the ties that people put on the over here, and then you can have like a case that has your name, so you'll remove this clear one. So that's what I wanted to mention too. So you have to invest in packaging. But when we started out, we really didn't care for packaging. We just sold it the way it is, like that. But now we are actually packaging it. So I'm gonna do another video on how we package our private label items that come in. So it's really, don't feel the pressure to start packaging right now. It's really not necessary. Okay, my other daughter just woke up, so I guess this video needs to end. Okay, so the next thing that you can private label is synthetic wigs. So like I mentioned in the other video that I was talking about why Asians are in the industry and black people are not in the industry, I told you that the synthetic wigs, people are buying them right now from Indonesia. And this, so I was speaking with one rep, a friend of mine. So he's a rep in one of the companies that we order from. So we really speak a lot because I get a lot of information from this particular rep. I mean representative. So this rep told me that all these companies, the model, the Shake and Go, Outre, whatever, they are all ordering from a region that has like all these factories in Indonesia. So from there in Indonesia, these companies, they don't even consult them. They create their things, they create their styles. So like all these, their wigs, right? Then they say like, okay, we have this wig and we have this wig, who wants it? Then model says, okay, we'll buy this one, make it for us, we want this color, da 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 da, like that. And then they call it Melissa. And Outrage says, okay, we'll take the other one, we'll take this style. That's why these styles are usually not same with different companies, because this company in Indonesia cannot sell the same style to two companies. But I have good news for you, because when model buys 10,000 pieces and Outre maybe buys 10,000 pieces of this particular hair, this company usually ends up with a few extra pieces that did not sell. So if you reach out to them, they can sell you those pieces. So it's not bad hair, it's good hair, good quality. It's just because you will be ordering less, like 100 pieces maybe, so they can sell this to you. They're in Indonesia, so you can have your own private line of synthetic wigs. And the thing that I found out is they buy, so let's say this is the wig, they buy this wig for like $2, $3, $4 synthetic. They ship it to the US. They ship them in big containers, so they're not incurring a lot of cost. So landed in the US, it's like $6, $7. Then they turn around, they multiply by 3. The smaller companies multiplied by 2. The big companies, Shake and Go, Model, Sensational, Outre, they multiply that by 3. So a wig that landed in the US for $5, they'll sell it to you for $15. then you turn around and multiply by 2 and sell it to your customer for $30, $45. Yes, that is how this particular product is marked up. So imagine you bought it directly. It lands here for $5 and you sell it for 40. You see? Money. There's a lot of money. That's why it's good to private label your items. Okay, then there's ponytails. You can order ponytails from the wholesalers. You can order braiding hair. But I want to mention this. Braiding hair is very tricky. Braiding hair is very, very tricky because clients don't care bundles. Sometimes they care where the bundles are coming from, but at the end of the day, it's the price. So, and I know this is why, because I have the Dreamweaver that is expensive, and I have Outre that's also a little bit expensive, and then I have like Only and other brands like the no-name brands and all that are slightly, just slightly a little bit higher, and then I have a cheaper one. They come in, they're like, "Do you have Dreamweaver?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have here." Oh, do you have anything? Let me see. Outre, it's a little bit cheaper. Anything cheaper? And I'm like, "Yeah, I have this. Can I touch?" Okay, I'll buy this. So I know as much as they care for what bundle it is, at the end of the day, it's how much it is. But there are people who are very specific, but some don't care. And hair is hair. I mean, at the end of the day, the difference is really not that much. And also, don't sell like bad quality hair. At least sell good quality, but just price it a little bit lower. Then yours will be selling more. Okay, then the ponytails, but the braiding hair is what I was saying. That's really tricky. People are very particular with their braiding hair. I'm saying this again because I have this person who reached out to me last year. I don't think I've heard from her anymore. So she had this braiding hair that she ordered, a lot of it. Actually, I have two stories about braiding hair. So that particular person reached out to me. She's like, "Hey Kate, I know you have contact with a lot of people. I sell braiding hair and I wanna sell it wholesale." And I told her, "Okay, you can bring it. Let me take a look and see." And when I looked at that hair, the packaging first of all was really bad, really bad. I'm not gonna use her particular picture, but I'm gonna try and find a picture of how that braiding hair she had packed it. She was doing single packs of braiding hair, and it did not look good at all. And I put it in my store, and I really never sold it. And I told her, I tried, it didn't sell, unfortunately. And because people come in and say, "I'm looking for expression, I'm looking for Rua, I'm looking for Outre expression, I'm looking for Spectra," like people are very specific what braiding hair they're coming to buy. So you having your own braiding hair is gonna be very hard for you to sell it. But the good thing is, if you're a stylist or if you have a salon, like for me, if I wanted to bring in braiding hair, I can, instead of me incurring cost of buying braiding hair from these other companies, I can bring in my own braiding hair. And then in my store, or my salon, we can be just braiding hair with our own hair. If you don't want our own hair, you can pick from the store and pay for it. But if you want to get free hair, this is the one we have. So you can do something like that. And then after you've used it for a while, and the stylists in your salon have used that hair, they can start recommending it to clients. They can start saying, "Yeah, this is good hair, I use it, it's good." But it's not really a scalable business. It's only if you have a salon and you want to cut costs and you want to be braiding with your own hair, so you don't have to spend money buying this other hair. Because again, braiding hair, same markup. They buy this hair for like $1. It's landed here for like $1.50. They turn around and sell it for $2.50, $3, and you turn around and sell it for $5.50, $6. So it's already too fucked up. If that hair landed to you here for like $2 and you sold it for like $4 or $4.50, you would sell more because yours is a little bit cheaper. So I'm just saying, if and if you're a salon stylist braider, if you're buying this hair for like $5, $6, and you can bring in your own hair for $2, do you see how cheaper that is? And you can just have your own line of braiding hair. But it's tricky. That's why I wanted to mention that, so you don't go order a lot. So the store that I'm in right now, the Korean store, they also had their own line of braiding hair. They had ton and ton and ton of braiding hair. And when we got the store, that hair was in there like just junk. And we're like, you know what, we're gonna sell it. But the more I thought about it, I was like, this is it's actually kanekalon hair, which kanekalon hair is good hair for braiding. But people don't know that because when it's being sold as expression, the fine print down there, people don't see that it says kanekalon. So it wasn't like bad hair, it just didn't have the good branding name. So I sold that for discounted price. I just sold it in bulk for people who were gonna use it. Extensions. Right now, extensions is really popular. So you can have like clipping extensions, taping extensions, tip extensions, keratin bond extensions. Like you can have a lot of extensions and sell them as a private label. I'm saying this because I'm in a suburb and I get a lot of people who use extensions. So black people use extensions for their hair. Then there's Caucasian people, Hispanic people, and all these other people. All women wear extensions. It doesn't matter their hair texture, because if you want straight, we have straight. If you want curly, we have curly. If you want wavy, we have wavy. If you want this particular color, you can get it. There's a lot, and the extensions come in synthetic and human hair as well. So if you decide to go that route, it's a really good profitable route. I'm actually considering doing that. So I just shared my business tip. All right, so both my girls are up. I'm gonna have to go take care of them, but I hope that I have motivated you to go ahead and open a private label line and sell it in your store, so that instead of you just selling and promoting someone else's brand, you can also grow and promote your own brand. And you can also go online and you can start selling online, and you can just grow your business and become a multi-millionaire. You don't have to be a multi-millionaire trying to sell other people's stuff. You're just making them the millionaires. How about you? Start working for yourself. Have your private label. Start pushing for it. Grow. Let it grow. Talk to your the other beauty supply stores in the neighborhood, because if people are buying these products from you and they like it, they're gonna start asking the other beauty supply store next to you, your competitor, the Asians, like, hey, do you normally sell this? And they're like, where did you find this? Like, oh, the other beauty supply store has it. And then next time you can just wear some sunglasses and a cap and go and be the rep and say, hey, I'm from company blah ABCD, we usually sell this brand. And they'll be like, ah, yeah, customers have been asking for this product. You sell it wholesale? Yes, I sell it wholesale. You sell it to them. Now that's how you're building wealth. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm giving you tips and tricks so that we can grow businesses and become millionaires. All right. So if you have any questions, or if you need to reach out to me, you know where to find me. biluxbeautysupply@gmail.com. Do not call me. I do not pick up phones. Yes, I want you to write me an email so that it's easier for me to communicate with you. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I would love to hear about it. If you have any feedback, if you have any suggestions, questions about videos that I should make, let me know. I am very excited about this. I like doing this. I have been very busy. So tomorrow is June, so I would say we're almost half year into the year, and wow, we have opened stores. I'm telling you, I think we've opened 8 stores this year. That's great, right? And we have a lot of stores more to open, and I'm so excited that you guys have decided to join this industry. It's really fun. I love it. I wake up every day and just have a smile on my face. I do have challenging times, so I'm gonna do one video like where I do just a recap, like half year recap, like the one I was trying to do in the beginning of the year, and just update you on everything that has been happening in the business, my business. Like, I'm just gonna talk about the business that I run and kind of just give you guys an idea, a feel of how it goes. It's not every day is roses, but when it's roses, I love it. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. Bye.